2016's Forza Horizon 3 was one of the most exhilarating racing games of the year and one of the most exhilarating racing games of all time. Now we're on the cusp of the release of its successor, Forza Horizon 4. The question is this any better? Well, a demo was released over on the Microsoft Store, so let's go ahead and take a look at it to see if Forza Horizon 4 is going to provide the greatest racing experience of 2018. While the demo of Forza Horizon 4 only provides a very small sliver of content, which is what you'd expect from a demo anyway, it's been enough to convince me that the full package is going to be nothing short of amazing. The demo opens with a progressively transforming race that introduces you to Horizon 4's special new mechanic, changing seasons. It was exhilarating racing through Playground's gorgeous rendition of Britain throughout the 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The signature Horizon handling model has been refined, with each vehicle feeling very responsive. The change of seasons also naturally affected driving conditions, and the game was able to adapt seamlessly. Going from the brisk spring roads in a McLaren supercar to snowy hills in a racing truck, then muddy backwoods in a rally car before ending in a sizzling summer charge down the highway and in a supercar once more, all in a span of about 5 minutes, sounds jarring on paper, but the transition here managed to be smooth as butter. Again, this is to be expected. Playground and Turn 10 definitely know their stuff. After that introductory race, the demo lets you try out a handful of other events during the summer season, teasing you of the incoming autumn release of the game. The included events do a good job at showing off various parts of Playground's take on Great Britain. The map has a surprising amount of variety, even in a single season. It's a pretty big contrast to the Australian outback from Horizon 3. Here, Horizon 4's Britain is filled with gravel paths that meander through the hills, and there sure are a lot of hills. Acres of beautiful countrysides, lots of historical architecture, and a healthy amount of asphalt that blends nicely with the surroundings. The demo doesn't allow you to explore the entire map, but the portion that's available has been incredibly fun to poke around through and offers some breathtaking sights. What stood out to me is that there seems to be far fewer obstacles that'll kill your speed. In particular, roadside objects are often breakable. I was plowing through fences and shrubbery with ease, and seeing the pieces break and fly all over the place was oddly satisfying. There are still a few titanium grade trees here and there, but for the most part, Horizon 4 seems rather lenient when it comes to letting you romp around its open worlds without much interruption. But I saved my greatest finding for last. It's time to talk about performance. As great as Forza Horizon 3 was, it had one big problem that plagued several PC players for 6 whole months: severe optimization issues. At launch, reports of frame rate drops, hitches, and freezes were pouring in. These issues were even being experienced by folks with powerful rigs. As mentioned, it took the developers about 6 months to iron these problems out. Additionally, last year when Forza Motorsport 7 released, it also had similar performance problems, but those were fixed within a month. Things are a lot better nowadays with Horizon 3, but it's still a little temperamental. In my case, there are times where it works rather well, but even now, it will sometimes act up every now and again with hitches and stutters. So, what about Horizon 4? It seems that Playground Games has really learned its lesson this time around, and the game runs beautifully. I didn't run into any of the same issues like what Horizon 3 had. In fact, Horizon 4's system requirements are lower than that of its predecessor, so even more folks should get a chance to play it this time around. I rock a Lenovo Y700 gaming laptop, outfitted with an NVIDIA GTX 960M that has 4GB of video memory, and it's a Core i7-6700HQ processor which boosts up to 3.30 GHz and 8 gigs of system RAM. Certainly, this is no powerhouse, but Horizon 4 has treated it gently using the dynamic optimization set to the medium level and having a resolution of 1080p. My FPS never dropped below that of 30, although while I do have the in-game limiter set to 30, the game never really seems to obey it, so there are moments where the frame rate would get up to almost 60. That's not really a problem. What is a problem that I've noticed, and really the only performance related issue that I have had so far, is that sometimes my vehicle would be moving faster than the speed that the map is loading, so there would be entire areas missing in front of me, which brings my car and all the AI traffic around me to a halt for a few brief moments. Horizon 3 actually does have a similar issue, so it could be a bug in the Forza engine itself. Hopefully this is ironed out before release. It definitely should be, if this isn't a problem that I alone am experiencing. Minor glitches aside though, Horizon 4 is shaping up to be a superb racing game. Perhaps it's going to be the best one of 2018 after all. The crew too wowed me, but it does have some notable flaws. Horizon 4 is oozing with that signature Playground Games cross-turn 10 pedigree, so it's definitely a force to be reckoned with. Simply put, October 2nd cannot come soon enough.